Hey, how's everybody doing? Just want to let you know that the gap is the gift. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times when we are pursuing something and we are hungry for something and we're wanting something to happen in our life and we're pursuing it and we're going after it, and there is that period between starting and finishing. I like Jim Collins' book Good to Great, because he said what got you here won't get you there. And so that, and a lot of times, and we look at the children of Israel when they left Egypt to when they, before they got to their promise, they had a gap. They had what we call the wilderness, right? It was a gap there. And so a lot of times when we start something and before we finish something, or when we pursue something and we get to the end of a thing, there is that gap period that we got to stay diligent in, we got to stay faithful in, we got to stay focused in. But that a lot of times we look at that gap as a curse or something that's negative, because we start to feel lag or we start to get off kilter, but we don't realize that gap is really a gift, because that gap, just like the children of Israel, allowed them to get to know God in a different way. It allowed them to get some things out of their system that would have held them back or not allowed them to appreciate where they were going. A lot of times, that period between starting something and finishing something is that whatever that period of time is really the gift to perfect you, so that when you get to your destination or you reach your promise, then that is the time that you are perfected, so that when you get there you can appreciate it, you can obtain it, you can use it in a different manner, right? A lot of times that gap is helping our mindset. A lot of times that gap is helping issues of our heart or emotional things. It's helping our stability. It's helping us trust. It's helping us get out of our system a bondage mentality, or different things that we've a mindset that was of that held us back. And whatever that is, it allows you to come out of that time frame so that you can really embrace what you have. So that gap does two things for us. It does it one it it rids us of our previous location, right? It allows us to shed off the negativity and the bad things from our previous uh, uh, location. The next thing it does is it prepares us for what we need to, for who we need to be and what we need to have going into our next destination. And so it is that time in between that we have to learn to appreciate. A lot of times we get excited about the start of something, or we get to the finish line, we get excited naturally about the finishing of something, but we got to learn how to appreciate the journey along the way. We got to learn how to appreciate the journey as we move forward into the things that God has for us. And so when we that it's that journey that really solidifies some things. Me and my wife, we like taking road trips and drives and different things of that nature. But one of the things I've come to realize, that as excited as we are to get to whatever our destination is, I've learned to appreciate the conversation along the way. I've learned to appreciate the scenery along the way. I've learned to appreciate seeing things that are that is just makes the trip that much more memorable, right? And so I just want to encourage you today that you will, on your journey and on your way of doing great things, don't curse your gap. Don't curse the time in between the start and the finish. Learn to appreciate the journey and learn to embrace the gap as a gift that God has allowed you to, one, shed off that old mentality, and two, prepare for where you're going. Be blessed. Peace.